Hi therapist friends, let me share with you some of the treatment goals that I use for clients who have diagnosed with an anxiety disorder that are compliant as fuck for these motherfucking insurance companies so they don't do clawbacks and pay for the sessions and all that kind of shit. But it's also very protective of our clients' information because if you didn't know, we don't want to be snitching on our clients in clinical documentation. And most of us are trained to write too much, okay? So let's strike the balance of compliant as fuck and protective of our clients' information, okay? First off, a quick reminder, this is the body of how I structured treatment plans. So today we are talking about the goal, which is at the very top of this pyramid here. And I always think about the goal as the diagnosis, okay? So I'm going to give 3 different examples of what a treatment goal could potentially look like for a client with an anxiety diagnosis. All right, I scrolled a little further down in this packet. These are the templates that I use for documentation compliance. I have made them available. They're linked in my bio if you're interested. But let's check out this first treatment goal up here, shall we? So it says client will reduce anxiety symptoms by at least 25% within 12 weeks as measured by a decreased score on the GAD-7. That's a beautiful treatment goal right there. It's specific, it's measurable, it's compliant as fuck, but we didn't say anything about the actual situation of our clients' lives in that sentence whatsoever. So what I do is I copy and paste this exact sentence into my EHR and just tweak it a little bit if necessary. For this example, I would probably tweak the 12 weeks to 6 months since that's how long it is for treatment plans to be due in the state of Minnesota, but every state is different, so do whatever you need to do with that. Let's look at another one, the one right below me here. So client will demonstrate a decrease in worry thoughts from 10 a day to fewer than 5 a day within 4 weeks. Again, specific, measurable, compliant as fuck. Didn't really share a whole lot about our client's actual information. Again, I would tweak that to my specific client or like my specific state's rules. So I'd probably switch that from 4 weeks again to 6 months or like 3 to 6 months, something like that. And the like worry thoughts, I'd switch the numbers around to that if necessary or if it made more sense for my client. But other than that, it's pretty much good to go. Let's do the one right below it for the last one. So client will rate daily anxiety levels at or below a 4 out of 10 for 70% of days over a 6-week period. Again, it's hitting all the marks that we're looking for. I might tweak the numbers in there if it makes more sense for my client and my state rules. But besides that, we're doing pretty good. Like I said, this was all pulled from the templates that I have created over like the last 10 years. I basically saved every clinical phrase I've ever used in a Word document on my computer. And as I have posted about this stuff, people have asked if I can make my templates available. So I cleaned them up and here they are. The link is in my bio if you're interested. I have a bunch of different ones available, but the one behind me right now is the bundle package, which includes all the templates for compliance at like a discounted rate in a bundle package. It includes treatment planning, which is where we pulled the language from today, as well as progress notes, diagnostic justification, and safety planning, as well as a couple of different examples of medical justification. All right, that's it for this one. Hopefully that's helpful. Until next time, bye friends.